Normally, molecular gastronomy is for delicious results, but today, a couple of researchers decided to use the power of food, pasta, to show a very complicated polymer structure that can be very, very frustrating to eat.
We made this novel shape of pasta we call annelloni. We made it by folding back a flat sheet of pasta dough and by sealing the edges in a cylindrical shape, and then you cut stripes out of that, and what you get is a ring-shaped pasta. This is actually no longer an analogy for linear polymers, but it is an analogy for ring polymers. Ring polymers are actually quite abundant in nature. Actually, the DNA of bacteria is a loop, exactly like this one, although much longer.
So by studying this ring-shaped pasta, you can get insights into ring-shaped polymers.
Exactly, and not only from the biological perspective, but also from the perspective of creating new materials, for instance.
So pretty much, it shows later on in the video, this entire jumbled pasta mess, and you can't really get a bite. Well, you can get a big clump or nothing. It's very frustrating, but this was to show the complexity of ring polymers, like he said, that were found in nature everywhere, or bacteria even.
Right, so these are basically what they work on normally is they do computer simulations that address kind of the mysteries that, envelop ring polymers. Now polymers, just in case anyone out there does not know what they are large or macro molecules, and they are composed of units that are joined by covalent bonds. And like he said, they're very abundant. They're in nature. We make them. So things like glass and plastic, they're found in amber in nature, and they comprise DNA. So, and amino acids. So what happens is that what they might have discovered, this is Micheletto and Turner from the University of Warwick, they might have discovered a new state of matter. So they're trying to prove how these ring polymers, if put together, are so compacted and hard to untangle, they're almost frozen in place. And that would mean that topological glass, which is what they're calling it, is a new state of matter that does not depend on system-specific chemicals. So like when we have glass and we have plastic, it's a viscous liquid that when it's frozen and when it's cooled down, it stays in place. This, in exchange, would not depend on the chemicals that form it. And because just of the intrinsic topology, hence the name, it would stay frozen and locked in place. So that's what they're trying to do, and I think the gimmick of, like the pasta is adorable and a very approachable way.
Use food. I mean, we frequently see researchers and physicists making theoretical or difficult to explain concepts in maybe a computer simulation, and this is just another way of doing that. Of course, they'll probably do a computer simulation too, just for a more scientific end product. But that's really interesting that we have just this, it's a silly pasta video, but really this could be a new form of matter, and it doesn't rely on all of the external structures around it to create itself, or to hold itself in place, rather.
And any tool that you can use to exemplify and explain to the general populace kind of a scientific process, I think is great. If it's pasta, it's pasta. If it's little videos and building blocks, whatever it is, I'm game for it. And this is raising awareness on research that probably would have, if you just took the mathematical and computer models and simulations, nobody would really pay much attention to it. If it takes making a bowl of really tangled up spaghetti-looking or fettuccine-looking pasta, then go ahead and do that. Now the audience is aware.
It reminds me of Bill Nye the Science Guy's old show, where he would just make these really elaborate. I think once he put like a bunch of little styrofoam peanuts in a larger structure to demonstrate different sizes of things, and of course, I remember it to this day, so this is probably a good idea. We love pasta, and now we love matter and its different chemical structures and lack thereof. Very interesting. Thanks for explaining that and distilling it for me, because I didn't get it all entirely either. Thanks, Pasta and Christina. Let us know what you think about this new structure of matter, and also using pasta as a way to help make that more understandable.